I haven't. We are on a vacation letter, but if the court requires me to file a motion.
Okay, this is what Eric.
Quick legal tip. A vacation letter isn't the same as a motion for continuance. One is basically saying, I'm out of office, while the other formally asks the court to delay the case. Huge difference, and one lawyers can't afford to confuse.
Based upon that, I haven't been able to advise my client. There is a plea deadline that this month.
Oh, yeah, somebody who's in Italy. So he needs to be here on that date. It's going to trial on that date. But this is another case that's been on my docket since 2021. Court will note that this case has been pending on the court's docket since August 5th, 2021. Motion for continuance is denied. The UA hotline, counsel, you're hitting the microphone.
Hold on, sorry.
The
Yes, I did.
Okay, what was that? That's what I said. What was your next contact after the 9th of June?
A week after that.
Michael, you know that you weren't supposed to be carrying a gun because of a prior conviction?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what actually happened? You were on your way home from somewhere?
I was on my way home from my aunt's house and I ran into a female friend of mine. It was New Year.
Were you walking from your mother's house or from your aunt's house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You went into a friend, a lady, a woman?
Mm-hmm. And she asked me to check her firearm for her because she was getting ready to go. I guess she was going to go sell it.
She's going to what?
I guess she was going to go sell her firearm and she didn't know if it worked or not.
Okay.
So I checked it for her.
So was it loaded already?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you check it then?
I shot it in there.
Did you catch that? He said he tested the gun by firing it in the air. Not exactly the smartest way to check a firearm. What do you think? Honest mistake or reckless behavior?
I was going to take her firearm to the house for me and hold it for her. So the officer stopped me. Someone had called in the shot. The officer stopped me and told me he got a call. And he got me a lawful carry.
What do you mean that the police had gotten a call about somebody firing a firearm?
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
And so he stopped you and you had the gun on you still?
Yes, sir.
From the lady that you had met?
Yes, sir.
Friend? Okay. All right, so you had you were going to hold it for her?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to consider this and the fact that there wasn't that much malice in his carrying this. It was something that he hadn't expected.
Oh, just 1 second. State, do you have any questions?
Let's see. Okay.
State, any questions?
Yes, sir. Is it true that you were on probation for burglary of a vehicle sniping from the stall?
Yes, sir.
And isn't it also true that you never reported the probation for that offense?
I had complications reporting. I did try to report, but I had problems with my phone in the Zoom.
Did you have to go in person?
No, sir. I did call and make an appointment, but I didn't make it.
No further mistake.
All right, any further questions, counsel?
And no further questions. I'd just like to speak on his behalf.
Yes.
Okay, Your Honor, I'd like to consider in the PSI where it shows that his upbringing was a problem. He had no help from his father. He was brought up by his aunt and his mother, but he had a lot of psychological problems and depression, and he only went through halfway through school, and then he was not very employable. So the last 7 years he'd been unemployed, and I think that idleness also set the scene for his drug addiction and alcohol. But he quit the alcohol in 2014, but he continued on some other drugs, and he hasn't had those in the last 6 months.
All right, just 1 second, counsel. Mr. Williams, I'm going to give you a choice. Here's your choice. I can give you probation, but
This is a classic courtroom fork in the road. Probation with mandatory treatment or straight prison time. Judges often use this leverage to push defendants toward rehab instead of jail. But here's the big question. Can someone with this track record really succeed on probation?
Or either you can be on probation out of this court.
Recommend you can probation.
Well, no, counsel, this is what I would always tell my clients. I'm not the person who's going to be doing probation. He will. And he knows better than I do, better than you, and better than anyone else, whether or not he can successfully complete probation. So far, what I've seen in his history, he cannot complete probation. But I understand that there are mental health issues going on because in the possession case for his previous conviction, I saw that there was a transfer to Mayoff, and then he ended up failing that and ended up going to prison. So you know yourself better than I do, better than your attorney does. Deputy Laura always tells everybody probation in this court is not easy. So your choice is, and there are only two choices. One, I can send you to prison, or two, you're going in inpatient treatment and you're going in Mayoff. Either way, you're not going home today. So which do you choose?
I would say, due to my current addiction, I was on heroin. I would say I need a inpatient. I would like to take the probation.
Okay. And then there will be the UA hotline. Counsel, you're hitting the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The UA hotline until further. Is there anything else you need from me to be successful? I'm sorry?
No, ma'am.
All right. And so the Mayoff, the felony drug court, and SafeP, that's to be done in custody.
John, I think he's going to need a lot of help with getting employment. He hasn't had any, and he has his psychological problems as well. So
When's the last time you had employment?
2008.
All right. So you haven't really been supporting your children. All right. And with regards to employment, there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. If you are planning to be in your children's life and be someone they can be proud of, you're going to have to do better. If you're not going to be in their life on a...
The judge just dropped a reality check about parenting. Courts don't just look at legal violations, they consider family responsibility too. Audience question: do you think the court should weigh someone's role as a parent when deciding punishment?
That to him. Did you sign that? Did you review that with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you.
Tell you that the day that I left here, they gave me a little piece of paper with the address to go get the UA. I lost the paper and I couldn't find it.
Whose fault is that?
My fault.
Why didn't you call probation?
I did. I called, I couldn't get the Zoom. I couldn't.
No.